Hello, welcome to Simple Math. In this video, we'll explain an exercise about factorization. Factorization, common factor by grouping. The instruction is factorize, and there we have a polynomial. And if you see, we cannot get a common factor because there is not a number that we can divide all those numbers, and there is not a letter or a variable that we can divide all of them. Because in the first term, we have h, x, y. In the second one, we don't have x. And in the third one, we don't have y. And in the last one, we don't have any letters. So it's not possible to do common factor, normal common factor. So we need to start common factor by grouping, which consists in to make groups. We can make two groups. So actually what I can do is like I can combine the first term and the second term. Yes. And that's something I'm going to do now. I can combine this term with this one. Yes, if you see, there are like little boxes. And here we have common things. For example, 15 and 5. We can have a common factor, which is 5. And there are some letters that are repeated. And we can combine these other two. We can combine 12h exponent to y with minus 4. Yes, and those are the groups I'm going to do. So let's start doing the groups. So I can make a group made by 15, yes, 15, h exponent 3, oops, my 3 is ugly, terrible, exponent 3, x exponent 2, y, which is the first term, and then if you pay attention, I made a box including the sign. So I will write here, oops, wait, minus 5 h x exponent 2, and that is my first group. So I close the parentheses. I always write a plus here, and then I will include in the other parentheses, the blue boxes, the other two terms. In this case is 12h, oops, I'm writing very ugly today, 12h exponent 2 y, yes, is this one, minus 4, all right? So we need to do a common factor on each parenthesis. So what is the common factor here? If you see, the common factor here is 5. Being 5, the biggest number, I can divide 15 and 5. And so we start writing the common factor. Yes, I will change it by red. So the greatest number I can divide 15 and 5 is 5. And then what happened with the letters? H exponent 3 and h, the common factor is h. X exponent 2 and x exponent 2 is x exponent 2. And what happened with y? Nothing, because here we don't have a y. So this is the common factor. So I start doing the technique of common factor. 15 divided by 5 is 3. H exponent 3 and h, we have h exponent 2. X exponent 2 and x exponent 2, we cancel because they have the same exponent. Here we have y, we repeat it, minus 5 divided by 5 is 1. H and h, it's over because they have the same exponent. Exponent 2 and x exponent 2, it's over because they have the same exponent. Plus, which is the common factor here? Well, the common factor here is 4 because there is not a letter that is repeated. So the common factor is 4. I open my parentheses, 12 divided by 4 is 3, h exponent 2, we repeat it. Oops, let me write the 2. Imagine this is a 2. Y, we repeat the y. And 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we write minus 1. Yes, because we keep the sign. All right, if you see, you have the same parentheses, exactly the same parentheses. So according to the process of common factor by grouping, at the end, I'm going to write a the parenthesis that is repeated, I write it once. So look at this. These parentheses and these parentheses is exactly the same parentheses. So I'm going to write it once. Okay? So I'm going to write it here once. So I write 3h exponent to y minus 1. I close the parentheses. This is the parenthesis that is repeated here and here. And then I'm going to write in another parenthesis the things that are out. So in our case is 5h, 5hx exponent 2, which is this one, plus, look, I keep the sign, plus 4. And I close the parentheses. And that's it. Okay, thanks for watching Simple Math and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.